So how does karma actually work? And what is the link between karma and the law of attraction? So is it all cause and effect? Is there really such thing as some universal law of justice? And if so, if there have been mistakes made before, how do we correct them? We're going to dive deep into this week's topic. But before we get into it, show reel. Hit it. What's up guys, this is Sri Akarshana here, namaste to all, and in this video we're going to uncover the truth about karma and how it actually works. Why is it seems like some people do good things but don't seem to see the return, and why is it that some people do bad things and still you don't see some punishment there? And is there punishment happening at all? Is any of this real? And how does it affect our manifestation and the law of attraction? Well, first of all, to understand everything that I speak about, whether this word karma is a Sanskrit word and what the whole thing with the religion and culture came from it, we're not going to dive into that right now because that you can search anywhere. I always like to take a neutral look at everything in the sense of science. So if we look at it like this, energy is everything, everything is energy. This is basic science. We understand that everything is vibration, everything is moving, there's positive, there's negative, it always has to coincide and coexist. And so when these things happen, we start understanding whether you have a thought, whether you have an emotion, which is energy in motion, whether you take an action, all of these things are vibrational frequencies. And we also know that when you are positive, you attract more positive things. Your perspective changes because you're focused on positivity, just like a camera lens. When you think about negative things, negativity attracts into your life. But actually, it's not so far-fetched in terms of how some people see law of attraction, because some people think, oh, then that means then I do something and then I instantly should attract. Or if I have the wrong thought, I should instantly attract. But it's actually not as straightforward as that, because there are so many different things in this whole points system. And yes, I'm referring back to the universal law of justice. However, I'm not talking about what some people may refer to as angels, gods, spirits, evil spirits, devils, whatever it is. I'm talking purely energy. So if we look at it from, first of all, from an understanding point of view, which is our human experience, if you were to, let's say, I don't know, punch someone in the face, right? If you go in, I'm not saying do this, please don't do this, okay? But if you went into the street and you just randomly punch someone in the face, it's highly likely they're going to hit back, right? Or they're going to do something. And even if they don't hit back, maybe their family member will see and hit back. And even if it doesn't happen instantly in that moment, at some time down the line, someone may tell somebody to hit back, right? But there's a lot of different things happening at the same time. First of all, let's go internal before we look at the external effect. So, every time you do something, okay, let's say you do something bad, right? And the intent was bad, you knew it was bad, okay? This is not like mistakes. Mistakes, sometimes if you feel guilty about it, then that will also affect more, right? But if you are strong energy, then things change. That's what I'm going to dive into right now. So, if we understand like this, if somebody does something that's bad, is there something that happens in guilty conscious? Yes or no? And the answer will be yes. Even if it's an element, something happens in there. Actually, when a selfish act is done, what actually happens is it is a cause and effect. And how it goes to cause and effect is because inside the brain, there will be some form of negativity, right? Think about it. If somebody kills somebody, somewhere inside that conscious or subconscious, there will be some sort of negativity. Now, there's a rule in all of these laws that kind of can kind of bend reality, and I'll explain what I mean here. And that is the rule of powerful energy. So I know some of you will not like to listen to this, and it's just how the laws work, it's how energies work. It's not necessarily the positive energies that always win. It's not necessarily the negative energies always win, right? But it's the most powerful energy that usually wins. Think about it. When you say, oh, love always wins, positivity always wins, why is it that some people, they go around like killing people and stuff and they seem to get away with it? It's because they must be a powerful spirit. Now, you can't deny that. I'm not saying it's good spirit, I'm not saying it's positive spirit, I'm saying it's a powerful spirit to be able to do something like that, execute a movement like that. Okay? So that is something that underpins it all. So if you are one of those who are wanting to spread positivity, spread good out there, understand one thing: there will always be negative, because these are positive, negative vibrations that exist, okay? But understand this, it's the most positive spirit that wins. So if you stay strong, you can overcome any challenge in life. However, while that is happening, there's also two things, which is the internal and external happening. Meaning, when we are looking internal, if you do something that you feel guilty about, that's why if you look at the vibrational frequency chart, you look at low vibrational frequency is guilt. The moment you are starting to feel guilt, what happens is you start attracting more negativity in your life. Therefore, because that is low vibrational frequency, you attract more of low vibrational frequency. Therefore, that can be classed as what people will see cause and effect, or karma. Meaning somebody took some action and then something's coming back, but it's because they took action while somewhere in the consciousness is feeling it. The more that feeling is amplified, the faster the reaction. Because remember, emotion is energy in motion. The higher the emotion, if you're already emotional, feeling guilty, feeling bad, feeling sad about something, the faster the response. So when we look at this, what can we take away with this learning? Well, first of all, from a physical aspect, if you do something, right? Let's say you help somebody out there, right? Then what happens is something comes back. It's very natural for that to happen, right? Now, some of you will come to the question of, hey, wait there a second, but sometimes we do things and we seem to not see the results. Why is that? The result is always there. Because think about it like this. Everything is energy. Energy is everything. When you are doing a gift, an act of kindness, when you're helping someone, now answer this question: how do you feel? At times when you're helping people, how do you feel? You feel great. So actually, return in karma is actually instant, because you doing a good deed, contribution being one of the highest human needs, the 6 basic human need. When we understand this, by taking the act, actually we are already being rewarded internally. Think about it. What is the goal in life? Is it really about money? Is it really about fame? Actually, it's nothing but just about positive and being happy and enjoying life. And if the act of giving can constantly fuel that, actually it's a very powerful understanding, because this whole thing can change your whole life. Our practice is very simple. It's to say how in every single moment we can practice these few things: love, kindness, compassion. In every moment, how can we treat it with love? How can we treat it with compassion? How can we treat it with kindness? There's a saying that says, if you have the opportunity, if you have the choice between being right or being kind, always choose to be kind. Because the moment you try to be right, you are feeding ego again. Again, cause and effect will happen. But if you always are just practicing kindness, people are fighting, don't need to fight, allow. Right? Be like water, what Bruce Lee said. Be like water. It's like the strongest, most powerful thing, can go through, penetrate through rock, yet at the same time most flexible. So if you can live life that way, actually it will be a very pleasant journey all the way through. That's why it doesn't matter what challenges come. It doesn't matter what happens in life. As long as we can keep that in mind, right? How you can practice love and compassion and kindness. Don't fight. And I want to leave you with one thing here. In a Buddhist practice, they say the highest, most powerful form of love is when one can even love their enemies. Show love to even your enemies. That is the biggest practice of compassion. So when we look at these things, whether we look at it physical, whether we look at it internal, whether we look at it as energy, powerful, there's one final thing I want to leave you with, is that if everything is energy, actually karma is very simple to understand. It's because even when you're thinking of something that is negative, naturally those energies will attract those energies. Even if you're thinking about something positive, those energies will attract something that's positive. So when it comes to animals or veganism or all of these different things that people practice, actually everything holds energy. So whether you have cut out meat, because in a meat slaughter place, then you need to understand what is the energy that that piece of meat holds, and you consume, you become that vibration. Then when you become that vibration, right, we are what we eat, they have that saying. We also are what we drink also, because we are mostly water. So all of these things play a big part. And that's why when you look at veganism or somebody accidentally sat on an ant or whatever happens, actually there is this, what you can call the universal law of justice, but it's actually very easy to understand because it's nothing but just energy. Whatever energy we consume, we become. Whatever we think, we become. Whatever we act on, we become. So your practice is very simple. Go out there in every single situation, every moment, practice kindness, practice compassion, and keep spreading love. The world really needs it, especially right now. Guys, if you got anything from this video at all, or maybe it just reaffirms some of the things you already know, please do hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Also, comment below and let us know where you guys have tuned in from. That's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's a little bell sign, by the way, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But for now, guys, namaste. Ciao.